Good afternoon, YouTube family. Martinez Country Home here. Well, I just doing this report on specifically the gas. So finally, I started to see. I just saw a big jump on the gasoline. So here's the deal. Normally, I gas up at the Murphy, and normally they're a little bit cheaper than everywhere else. So it was at 239 when that hack happened with the Colonial Pipeline. It went up to 249, as did most of the other gasoline. Most of the other stores went up. It went up 10 cents to 259. So the only thing was that Murphy stayed at 249. This morning on my way to work, the gas was still 259. The Murphy was at well, I don't really pass by the Murphy, so I couldn't see. I'm assuming it was still 249. And all the other places were 259, which the way I had been since the weekend. They had gone up 10 cents. So 259 pretty much everywhere. 249 at the Murphy, or in other words, the Walmart. So I leave work, and I noticed that some of the Circle K / Valeros have gone up to 269, and I'm like, oh man. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. The grocery store that we go to, HEB, the one that's by my work, I saw the gasoline there at 269, and I said, oh man, I hope it doesn't mean that everywhere else it went up to 10 cents. So sure enough, on my drive home, on my drive here, everywhere it's 269. They went up. So I'm thinking to myself, is the Murphy gonna go up to just 259, or are they making the jump all the way to 269? You know, because everywhere else only went up 10 cents. Murphy had not gone up to 10 cents, so they were still stuck at 249. Well, right now, I came over here. I was gonna gas up anyway, you know, because I was getting close to half a tank, and sure enough, man, the Murphy went up all the way to 269. So that's a 20 cents jump. I guess the other people, they went up, you know, they were going up to 10 cents, and then the other 10 cents. But Murphy did it all at one shot. So, of course, we're not experiencing the long lines that some of the other states that I've seen, some of the content creators have been telling us about. TJ Preps, I believe she was in Georgia, and they have long lines. Angry Pepper also said that lines are very long. Gas stations are running out of gas. Here, the only thing we're experiencing so far is just the prices going up. So I think we're fortunate. Hopefully, and the gas station right now was pretty packed. Normally it's not. Usually I'll gas up in the morning, but right now it's getting to be about, well, it's already past 6 o'clock. They're usually around this time. I don't normally gas up, but gas was pretty high, like I said, and there was a lot of people. So hopefully people don't start panicking and, you know, thinking that there's some kind of a shortage, because there's not. At least not here, and not yet. Hopefully people will, you know, realize that there's no reason to. What I would be doing, although I already have gasoline put away, is that we maybe like get a couple of more 5-gallon containers of gas cans and fill them up, and just have them there by the house, you know, at your house, and have them at home, and just you know, have them there for in case there is a shortage and they actually do, the gas stations do start running out of gas. So that's the only reason I would do it. Basically have enough gas to fill up your car wants. You know, if you have two cars and have however many gallons it would take to fill up your vehicles. The vehicles, me and my wife, we both have kind of small vehicles, relatively speaking to what I'm used to having. I usually drive a truck, but I have a smaller vehicle, and it only takes 14 gallons. So I have enough, or almost enough, to fill up both of our vehicles. So, you know, the longer this takes out there in the East Coast with that pipeline for it to come online 100%, I believe that the prices are going to keep going up until something's fixed, or if it does get fixed, I don't know. One thing I noticed yesterday, guys, it's very gradual, and it's very subtle, but I know we've been talking about shortages, and really they have not really materialized in a way that would raise concern, like, you know, to cause a panic. It's very subtle, very gradual, but it's happening, and little by little you're starting to see a little bit more obvious the shortages, right? Not like I said, nothing that screams out emergency or anything like that, but just gradual, just very subtle. And if you have eyes to see, you know, you can see that, you know, that there's something going on. I'm not sure how our supply chains, how good they are right now. As a matter of fact, I was just watching a video from Angry Prepper, and he was talking about what shortages that we're having right now, and basically, yeah, that's true. The only a lot of people are talking about the chicken. There's, like, for example, there's a chicken shortage, or there's going to be. Nothing crazy, but there is gonna be, because of the culling a lot of the chickens, because they were sick, or not enough people to process the meat. But a lot of people are talking about, you know, buying chicken right now that it's cheap, and that it's available, and putting it in a freezer, you know, putting away meat in the freezer. And guys, you know what? The only thing that concerns me about that, the only thing that, why I won't do that, even though I would like to, the only reason is because what if the power goes out? And I'm not talking about like for a day or a couple hours, or even 2 days. What if the power goes out for an extended period of time, and you have all that meat? You know, now you can, of course, you would basically be forced to cook it or do something. Assuming that the power that you have a stove, or, you know, what you cook with is electric. You know, that goes out the window. You can't cook it because you don't have no electric. I guess if you have a generator, you can use that 220 plug to run your electric stove, your ring, so you can maybe can the meat. That's a possibility. But it's just all kinds of problems that arise that are possible. So that's why I buy a lot of canned meat. That's why I buy a lot of canned meat, and I'm really not too much of a fan of buying a freezer, even though I really would like to. So I try to buy a lot of canned meat. It's not the same. You know, I'm just being practical. I don't want to buy a lot of meat and then, you know, I'm sure there's ways to combat that. There's solutions to it, but off the top of my head, that's the main problem. Is, you know, putting away meat, and then the power goes out, and And in the environment that we're living in right now, guys, the times that we're living in, a power outage, for an extended power outage, is not out of the question. And it's actually something that I expect this summer. From now to this summer, I'm expecting some kind of a power outage, an extended power outage. And although I hope it doesn't happen, but that's just me, guys. So anyway, I think we have to fight against the normalcy bias. We think that, well, an extreme situation like a collapse, like a total collapse, is, it's not, it probably would not happen. It might. It's like right now we are actually going through a collapse, but we're still, the economy is still moving. There's still product, there's still inventory going back and forth. People are still working. For right now, the money still, it still has purchasing power. The dollar is still accepted as a means of exchange. So, there's a lot of different circumstances. There's a lot of different things that separate us from Venezuela, Zimbabwe, and Germany, Weimar Germany. They went into hyperinflation, but those countries did not have the world reserve currency. So there's a lot of different things that separate us from that. The hyperinflation, we have all the money's going into the stock market, most of it anyway, and a lot of it's going into cryptocurrency. So the money's not it's not in the economy, it's not circulating in the economy. So the velocity of money is not there. It's not enough to kick off hyperinflation. So and like I said, we have the world reserve currency for right now. And another thing, guys, is in my opinion, is that a lot of the money, the money is in digital form. It's actually not paper. Although that's a whole nother issue. We got money, currency. It doesn't match up with the money supply. You know what I'm saying? The money supply and the paper money don't match up. But that's a whole nother topic right there. But so people can't really imagine it, a collapse like that, an extreme collapse, and to be honest, I can't either. But I'm preparing in that way. And so that's why a lot of things, like the freezer, I would like to get it. It wouldn't hurt to get it, but my worry is to stock up on a lot of meat like that, and then the power to go out, and then having to cook it all at one time or do something with it so that it doesn't go bad. Things of that nature. So I'm thinking in the extreme. I'm trying to prepare for the extreme so that if something does happen, I've prepared for the worst. You know what I'm saying? On the earlier video, guys, I was trying to come up with a term. I was trying to explain what the media does, what the powers that be do with the media when they spread their propaganda, and the media uses what they do to keep on lying and keep on presenting some kind of event and present it in a manner that suits them, right? And misleads us, right? And so the term that I was trying to do, that I was trying to say, what I was trying to say was, is that they set the narrative. That's what I was trying to say. They set the narrative, and that's in my other video. I was like fighting trying to come up with the term. But anyway, guys, that's what I was trying to say. They set the narrative. with their social engineering and with the media, even though what you're seeing in front of your face is totally different from what the media is reporting. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, guys, I just wanted to let y'all know about the gasoline here. Even though we have gas, but the gas prices are still going up. And you know what, guys? Like I was telling y'all earlier, the hack, the pipeline hack, to me, I think it was deliberate, and I think it was an inside job. And I think that the gas going up in price, I think they're using that hack, the pipeline shortage, right? The pipeline disruption. I believe that these gas prices that are rising, you know, they're saying that it's the gasoline, right? There's a shortage and blah blah blah. But I believe that this gas, the rising prices have nothing to do with the gas, with that pipeline. I believe that they're using the gasoline to hide the inflation. That's what I believe. They're using the oil, the gasoline, to cover up the inflation. That's just my opinion, guys, but it makes sense. You know, let me know what you think in the comments, guys, and let me know how y'all are doing in your part of the world and what's going on. Guys, the dollars that we have in our pockets, in our wallets, in the banks, every day they're losing value as the Federal Reserve prints money. You know, and I saw somewhere that they're basically printing $1 million a second, and honestly I thought it was more than that, but $1 million a second is what they're printing, which is a lot, but I thought it was a little bit more than that. But anyway, guys, the money that you have in your hands right now, use it to buy something. Use it to buy things that are gonna help your life, and you'll be buying them at this price rather than tomorrow in a couple of weeks and the price goes up. It's like all the gas cans that I have in my house. I bought that gas when it was like at way below. It was like at $2.39 and down when I filled up those gas cans. So let's just use it as at $2.39. Let's just use that number, $2.39, which I know it was less than that, but let's stick with $2.39. I have about 20 gallons saved up, you know, put away for an emergency, and 20 gallons at $2.39. To right now they're at $2.69. That's 30 cents difference at 20 gallons. So it's not a lot, but it still comes out to the difference, 30 cents at 20 gallons. That comes out to maybe $6 if I'm doing the math right with the price per gallon and the amount of gas I have. So I believe I have about I've saved $6. So that's almost that. Let's just round it off. I have about 2.5 gallons of gas free, you know, if you know what I mean, that I was able to get more than if I would have gotten them. If I would have paid today, I would have had 2.5 gallons less. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that adds up, guys. It adds up. You know, it makes a difference. With those 2.5 gallons, with those $6, guys, I'm able to use those $6 for something else. Maybe, you know, a couple of bags of rice or some canned goods, whatever. I mean, that's the way I look at it. That's the way I look at it. I mean, I'm not like that in detail, right? Because I'm not a computer. I don't have a computer for a brain, at least, you know. But I do. That's the way I do things. That's the way. When it comes to the gas or with my preps and all that, I try to be cost effective. You know what I mean? So anyway, guys, Hope this video was informative. Please share the video, tell your friends, help the channel grow, and so we can get this information out there. Anyway, guys, y'all have a great day, great evening, and y'all take care of each other and love each other out there, because that's what we're here for. God bless.